What's good? How y'all doing? It's your man Valentes El Strada. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate it. Look, today I want to continue the theme of the week. And the theme of the week has been relationships, right? You know, this tends to be the most operative conversation that, human beings find themselves in a lot. And what I've discovered for myself is that, there's no one way, to do anything. There's so many variables in life that we can, choose a different path to do whatever. But today I got a phone call from a good friend of mine, and she's was talking to me about her guy and how she doesn't feel like he loves her the way, she wants to feel. And, so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, I'm listening to her and I'm just like, okay, are you ready for me to say something? She's like, yeah, please do. I'm like, okay. So I go in, I basically tell her, that, the love you're looking for, you need to give to yourself first. I'm like, because you want him to respond and treat you a certain kind of way, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you treating yourself? And she said, well, honestly. I said, yeah, honestly, how are you treating yourself? And she was like, well, I'm probably at a 5. I'm like, so if he treats you better than a 5, it's probably going to look foreign to you, and it's going to look real funny. It's going to look like he's trying to take advantage of you. If you're not already treating yourself as such. And so she was like, okay. I said, the thing is that, we must always look and discover within ourselves what it is that we want. All of us have this kind of quote unquote type that we're interested in, but the type we're really interested in is the type of how we love ourselves. And so whoever can match probably about 75 to 80% of how we treat ourselves, that's probably our type. And usually you'll find that's how they treat themselves. And that's really, in my opinion, the best way to gauge if someone is really good for you is based off of how they treat themselves and how you treat yourself, and you'll find mutuality in that. And, a lot of people want, this type of person, this kind of height, this kind of shape, this kind of personality. And I think, to me, what matters the most is character. Has this person, how would this person respond if something happens? Because in every relationship, something happens. Morality, their moral code, what kind of, how far is this person going to take things, before they say, enough is enough. And you also want to know what their family values are, because the family values plays a role in who they are most of the times, based on like the history of how they grew up, where did they grow up, what was, their situation like. I grew up in an impoverished neighborhood, and my mother didn't have an impoverished mentality, so she never taught me to have that for myself. She always taught me to strive to be better. I guess that's why I'm considered bougie, which is not a bad thing. But anyway, we always trying to find ourselves, mimicking what we grew up on, So family values, moral code, and, like how people, deal with stress, how they deal with pressure. These are the things that really will determine our type, and our type will also tell us, what kind of person, are we, in order to know what kind of person we want to deal with. Also, I'm going to close out with this, is that if you're already meeting someone and they're at this level you want them to be at, you don't know where they're at in the season of their life. And if you never see them struggle, you don't know what kind of character they have. That's why I'm a firm believer. You never want to meet somebody at their peak, because when you meet them at their peak, the only thing that's going to happen is going to come a decline. And 9 times out of 10, when you meet someone who you meet at their peak and they start to hit a decline, if their character isn't, congruent with who they really say they are, they're going to end up blaming people. And the first person they're going to blame is you, because they added you into their life right at their peak. So when they start to decline, they're looking at everything that's contributing to going wrong, and they're going to look at you because you was not there to help them build it. You came after it was built. And so we as human beings tend to go that route. So Valentes Strada is just basically saying that, look at yourself before you look in the relationship. Look at what you want. Look at who you are. Look at how you treat yourself. And I can give you this little tidbit of information too. If you have to question that you don't like being treated, or you have to question, like my question is this: would I treat myself that way? And if the answer is no, which is going to be 100% of the time, I'm never going to treat myself, you know, with disrespect. I can't accept anyone disrespecting me. So I'm going to, you know, have a confrontation 9 times out of 10, or it's going to be real firm that, yo, you can't treat me like that because I don't treat myself like that. So this is Valentez El Strada. Thank y'all for watching. That's my video on the theme of the week concerning relationships. Thank y'all for watching. Continue to like, share, and comment. I appreciate everything about y'all. Come to y'all soon with another video. Talk to y'all soon. All right, deuces.